This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, January 14th, 2019. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. The big news this morning is the weather that we had this weekend, and as a result of the snowstorm, Anne Arundel County schools will be closed today while they continue cleaning up from anywhere between 6 and 12 inches of snow that fell throughout the county. If you're in one of the other surrounding counties or in the city of Baltimore or the city of Washington, D.C., your schools are closed too as well. Enjoy your snow day, kids. Anne Arundel County, you have liberal leave. Late last night, Anne Arundel County declared liberal leave policy will be in effect for January 14th. The county will operate under normal business hours, but county employees may use unscheduled leave. Trash and recycling for the county will operate normally as scheduled. We do not have any word from the city of Annapolis on any closings, delays, liberal leave, etc. at this point. On Friday afternoon, some scary moments at the Holiday Hill Marina on Kallawas Road in Edgewater. At about 5 p.m., a passerby noticed a fire on a boat, and when Anne Arundel County Fire Department arrived, they discovered a 40-foot boat tied to a pier fully engulfed in flames. The fire was finally extinguished with the use of foam applied by firefighters from the pier, as well as water from a fireboat which came from Annapolis City Fire Department, and a 67-year-old male liveaboard was transported to the Anne Arundel Medical Center in good condition with a medical emergency that was not related to the fire. He has been displaced and he is being assisted by the Red Cross. The United States Naval Academy announced that a new commandant will be coming on board this summer. The Academy announced late on Friday that Captain Thomas R. Buchanan will replace Captain Robert Chadwick, who will leave his post this summer after a 2-year tour. The commandant, who is the second in command at the Academy under the superintendent, is similar to a dean of students at a civilian university. The commandant is responsible for the day-to-day conduct, military, and professional development of more than 4,400 midshipmen. Currently, Buchanan is the executive assistant to the director of the Joint Staff. Delta Airlines says that a plane had to return to BWI after a mechanical issue developed shortly after takeoff. Delta said Flight 2033, bound for Atlanta with 145 passengers, landed early Saturday morning at BWI without incident. The airline said in a statement that customers were being added to alternative flights in response to the delay. The airline didn't provide any additional information about the mechanical issue on the MD-88 twin-engine jet. If you plan to drive anywhere downtown Annapolis in the next couple days, you need to listen to this. Due to Governor Hogan's inauguration on Wednesday, there will be plenty of road closures and parking restrictions. The inauguration itself is on Wednesday the 16th, but as of now, State Circle is closed between East Street and North Street. Maryland Avenue is closed between State Circle and Prince George Street. East Street is closed between State Circle and Fleet Street. Now, on Wednesday the 16th at 7 a.m., additional closures will include School Street, the rest of State Circle, Francis Street, Cornhill Street, North Street, Fleet Street, and College Avenue between Bladen Street and St. John Street. As for the parking restrictions, again, effective immediately, no parking will be allowed on School Street, State Circle, North Street, St. John Street, Maryland Avenue from State Circle to Prince George's Street, Calvert Street between Northwest Street and Rowell Boulevard, and Prince George Street between Maryland Avenue and College Avenue. Now, on Wednesday, starting at 7 a.m., no parking will be allowed on College Avenue between Bladen Street and St. John Street, and Francis Street, Cornhill Street, and Fleet Street will be added into the no parking zone. The Maryland State Police have suggested that if there are any deliveries to the downtown area, they be completed before 6 a.m. or after 3 p.m. on Wednesday. The inauguration itself, as I said, starts on Wednesday. It begins about 9:30 a.m. The outdoor swearing-in ceremony will begin at 12:30 p.m., and it should all be wrapped up by about 3:30 p.m. For those in Eastport that get all freaked out about helicopters and loud noises, there will be a ceremonial 19-gun salute during the ceremony, and there will be a rehearsal fire earlier in the day. If you need to have more information about it, you can text MDGOV to 99411. That's MDGOV to 99411. Are you one of the Marylanders who earned another $5,600 annually in supplemental income from AirBNB last year? Kind of an interesting study that came out of AirBNB, and they say that hosts in Baltimore City brought in more guests and more income in 2018 than any other Maryland jurisdiction. Baltimore City hosts welcome 107,700 individuals and earned $14.9 million last year through the short-term home sharing platform. Statewide, $57 million and 383,000 guests. Prince George's County was the second largest number of guests coming in to stay at AirBNB rentals with 71,000, generating $9.4 million for their hosts. If you're wondering where Anne Arundel sits, they were also one of the top earning counties with over 48,700 guest arrivals, earning $7.8 million. Not too shabby if you can rent out a room, a part of your house, or your whole house. All right, that is about it for the top news today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day because we do update it throughout the day. We're not sure what's going to come down the pike. You want to click on that first link in the show notes and find out all the different ways that you can connect with us. And especially if you're anywhere where you can leave us a review or a rating, please do that. We would appreciate that. Other than that, all that's left is to hang tight because we've got George Young with your local DMV weather forecast coming up in just a minute.
Imagine your child saying,
"Guess what I learned in school today?"
At St. Andrews, it happens every day. We asked Emma and Lawson why.
We grow winter greens in our garden to make smoothies. Second graders are the chicken checkers, and our 8th graders take care of our goats.
Our classes are the perfect size, which means we get to know each other well. And our teachers know us. They're great. Visit St. Andrews Day School's open house on Friday, January 18th from 9 to 11 a.m.
Or call 410-266-0952 for a tour.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief forecast for Monday, January 14th. It was a big weekend for snow lovers across the area as we finally got our first widespread snowstorm, in which total amounts ended up somewhere in the 6 to 10 inch range for most, which made our official forecast released on Wednesday night ultimately slightly inaccurate for being too low as we went with a call for widespread 3 to 6 inches. But overall, it was a solid forecast with tons of lead time, so we'll take it and move on to the next. Speaking of the next, all current guidance and analysis of what's to come shows that we could be looking at a similar, if not much bigger storm again this upcoming Sunday, which is already in the 6-day out range. So models are starting to become believable, and our analysis of the higher level situation looks like the overall setup is good for another winter weather event, just like we thought it was good for this one this past weekend, 5 to 6 days in advance last Monday because of the cold air in place. Stay tuned for updates on this one all week long, as it'll most definitely be the talk of the town, as model potential indicates a storm possibly producing double-digit snow totals, but let's not get too far into the weeds just yet. And if you want even more potential, there's more guidance showing that another major coastal storm the following weekend on or about the 26th of January is feasible as well, with overall expectations being for cold air to continue to settle into the eastern half of the United States over the next 3 to 4 weeks or longer, meaning winter is now not only here, but it's here to stay, and it could show up in a big way that might possibly bring back memories of the 2009-2010 winter season. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there, despite the fact that schools are closed and kids will be running wild all over town or your house or your office. But be sure to get our free app by searching for DC MDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Store. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and use our website at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Join Anne Arundel Medical Center Foundation on Saturday, April 27, 2019 at our Denim and Diamonds Bash in Annapolis. Denim and Diamonds is a fun evening under the stars featuring fabulous cuisine and gourmet food trucks, live and silent auction, and a live band. Last year, AAMC cared for more than 2,000 patients in our emergency departments suffering from mental illness or addiction. Help us expand much-needed inpatient and outpatient programs and services for your community. For tickets and sponsorships, visit aamcdenimanddiamonds.org. Special thanks to our platinum sponsors, AAMC medical staff, the Chesapeake Bayhawks, Comcast, the Evan K. Thallenberg family, What's Up Media, and WRNR.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.